Hello guys and welcome back to the Red Devil stand with all the latest Manchester United news and transfer news as well. Hope you guys are doing well. So without any further ado, let's start the video. So we have a lot of things to talk about today, a lot of points regarding the transfer. You see, in case of transfer, it's not only important to buy good players, but it's also important to let go of the players that we don't need anymore, right? So there have been some news coming out that media outlets are putting some news that Real Betis are interested in Eric Bailly, and I think it's time for him to go, right? I liked him as a player. I liked his play style. I liked how he defended, how he tackled one-on-one. It was really good. The only thing that I have always been worried about Eric Bailly is that he is injury prone, and that's a really important part. A player can be a good player. He can play really well, but if he doesn't play for half of the season, or maybe more than half of the season, that is something to think about, right? So, and see, also, if we want to buy players, we need to sell some players. We do need that. I know people are saying that financial fair play and all that stuff. I don't think that would matter anymore. Much more actually, especially after Manchester City have been charged with 115 charges. So I don't think Manchester United will, they're quite out of that risk, I guess. But still, we need to sell players to buy players. We need that. Otherwise, Glazers won't be giving us any money. Maybe they would give us 100 and 120 million. So if we can raise 80 or 100 more million, like by selling players like Eric Bailly, Alex Telles, Axel Tuanzebe, Dean Henderson, maybe one of them from McTominay or Fred. Maybe Fred will go. I don't know that. Maybe. Because there is a thing regarding McTominay that he's quite well liked in the club by the manager, by the fan as well. I personally don't like his gameplay, but yeah, I get that if someone likes him. He's a hard-working player. He's a passionate player, but he's just not up to that mark. He's not that good, to be very honest. So I guess by selling those players, we may be able to sum up around 60 to 80 million. So that will put us in a $200 budget, $200 million budget, right? So if we can even get 15 to 20 millions for Eric Bailly, that's a good deal, I think. That's a really good deal. He has been on loan for the past year, and we have seen that, we have heard the one interview you have given in the start of the season that he wants to play. He needs the minute on the ground, on the pitch, and he was not going to get that in Manchester United, so he want to move on and play somewhere else where he will be given that time. So I guess from that point of view, I guess it was a good decision for him. It was the right decision for him. The decision we all thought that Maguire will take this year, as he is the fourth choice centre back. And if we get Kim Min-jae or anyone on that position, on that centre back position, he gets to be fifth choice centre back. So let's not talk about him though. There are other things as well. Some frustration from Erik ten Hag regarding Declan Rice and all other signings, you see. As I've said earlier that it's not quite clear the situation in Manchester United right now regarding the budget, regarding the process of the selling, how much time will it take, you see. So those kinds of things will hamper our transfer market this season, I guess. And that's just unfortunate. And yeah, what more could you expect from the Glazers, right? I mean, this is like the last strike they're having to Manchester United, I guess. So let's see what happens there. There is also some interesting news coming out regarding HOJLUND. Rasmus HOJLUnd, I guess you have heard his name. He's a good player. He's a promising player. And the problem that Manchester United is facing right now, it's quite similar. Every other club does that to Manchester United, I guess. Whenever we are interested in some players, we go there, we talk to them, we have a bidding process going on, and then suddenly the clubs demands more. We have seen that with Anthony last year. in March or April, it was like 50-55 million for Anthony, and when we bought him in the end of June we bought him, right? So we had to pay 95 million, and near about 100 million, I guess. So this is the same problem we are facing with HOJLUND, that news are coming out, sources are telling that it will be around 100 million for HOJLUND, and that's really huge. That's really huge. But I absolutely think that there is some layers to that news. Though that statement that they want 100 million is not absolutely correct. Because see, he's not a finished article. You see, I mean, he's still in the making. He's still in the process of being a very good player. He's not Haaland yet. He's not playing the way that Haaland used to play in the last year, right? So playing 100 million for that player, I think it's a joke. It's a joke. Maybe Manchester United will pay 50 million or 45-50 million with some add-ons as well. Like, it could depend on the the conditions, like you have to score 20 plus goals or something like that if we qualify for the next Champions League, so they will get extra 5 million or 10 million more on add-ons. I think that makes sense. I think that will be the case. I don't think Atlanta actually thinks that they will get 100 million for HOJLUND. I don't think so. That is just a joke. I know he's a very exciting player, and if you ask me, I'm pretty pleased with that signing. Actually, we haven't have that kind of signing for many years. We got Ronaldo that way, right? We got out, we scouted some good player, we got some good players, and we made them even better, greater, right? So with HOJLUND, I guess that would be the case. I don't think that he is ready to be a first team striker for Manchester United in English Premier League, the league he haven't played yet, and it's one of the toughest league in the world. He have shown some promise, but that needs to get nurtured properly by Erik ten Hag before we put him down for first team player, because that kind of pressure could hamper a player's confidence if he doesn't perform well in the first few matches or so. So yeah, that's quite exciting, I guess, if we get HOJLUND. So see, if the thing is, if we get HOJLUND, do we have the budget, or do Erik ten Hag want to get another striker more experienced, the one who can score 20 plus 25 plus goal for us in the league in the coming season, right? So we need that kind of striker as well. But there is also a probability, I don't know, please let me know guys in the comment, what do you think about this situation, the one I'm right now talking about, that maybe Rashford could be the striker. We have seen him played in the striker role in the past year for few matches when we have missed Martial, and Wout Weghorst was, yeah, he's passionate but he's shit. Anyway, so I think it could work that way. I don't think so. I like Rashford in left wing position, to be very honest. The coordination between Luke Shaw and Rashford, it's quite good. It can get even better. So I think putting Rashford on the striker position may hamper that situation with that, that build up we get from Rashford and Shaw. So it may hamper that. But I think with the limited budget we have, and I think Erik ten Hag may go for Rashford as the first team striker, or the first preferred striker, and he can use HOJLUND as an understudy. He could come out in 70 minutes, 80 minutes, the matches we are winning, or maybe we are in a draw situation, or maybe he could play games like the FA Cup, the League Cup, and all that stuff. It can happen. I don't want it to happen. I want two strikers, and to be very clear, I want two strikers. Please, guys, when those who are joining this community, please let me know, what do you want in the striker situation? Do you want two new strikers? Do you want a young striker like HOJLUND, and you want to Rashford play the main striker, or you want strikers like Kane who will come in and play the thing and do the thing they do well, scoring goals, maybe 30. He just scored 30 plus goals in the last year, right? So I don't think that we'll get Kane. But yeah, it could happen. Nobody knows what will happen, what budget will get. Things have been coming out that Mbappe could come to Manchester United. He is not having a very great time at PSG, and he said that he would leave PSG, and I don't think PSG would let him go on free in the next year. So they will sell him this year. I'm pretty sure about that. They will sell him. The most, I don't know, the chances of Mbappe coming to Manchester United is really low. I must be honest about that. It's really low. He could go to Real Madrid, although Real Madrid have spent near about 100 million on Jude Bellingham. So maybe Mbappe would cost 150, I guess, at least 150. PSG would ask 150 at least, I think so. And it's fair actually. If we had the money, we should go and buy players like Mbappe. What do you think City would have done if they would have given a choice that do you want HOJLUND or do you want Mbappe? What do you think City would have signed? Huh? I don't think they would have gone for HOJLUND when they have the chance to buy Mbappe, right? So we should do that kind of job. We should do that signings. We need those signings to fight, to give a proper fight to Manchester City next or the season after that. So yeah, it makes me really excited to hear that HOJLUND may come. I like those kinds of talent, those young talents, those raw talents, you know. But yeah, it needs to get nurtured. It needs to get nurtured. And you know what? This summer, it's actually really attractive to be a Manchester United player, to be very honest, which wasn't the case last summer. We weren't in the Champions League. We have finished the league in the worst position. We have just got only 57 points under Ole. So that was a really messed up summer. So we had to overpay for some players, as we have seen. But this is not the case in this summer. We have finished third. We have won a trophy. We have qualified for the Champions League, and that's really important. That's really important. We need to keep that in mind, that there are good players out there who like Manchester United, who wants to play for Manchester United. Those are good players. Those are great players. But we just don't have the fund. It's sad. It's just sad. It's disappointing. It's frustrating. It's just sad that we don't have the budget right now to go and say those players, yeah, we'll get you, don't worry. But no, we are losing players. We have already lost some players to Chelsea, Liverpool, Real Madrid, the ones we should have signed. But no, the ones who have dealing those processes for Manchester United, maybe they are going to say, yeah, we are interested in you, but we don't have the fund just yet, so just wait out. And there comes Bayern Munich or teams like Real Madrid or Liverpool or Chelsea who have the money right now, and they're snatching away the deals. They're snatching away it. They're just snatching it away. And it's just not, acceptable. It's not acceptable. It's sad. It's really frustrating. Ten Hag is getting frustrated right now with the Declan Rice deal. At last the news are coming out from the UK outlets that, yeah, he was interested in Declan Rice from the very beginning. He was invested in Declan Rice. He wanted Declan Rice in his team. As we have said in our earlier video, that we need a Casemiro substitution for who can do the job what Casemiro does. We can't rely on Fred or McTominay when Casemiro is, injured out, or maybe he is banned for some red cards or something like that. We can't rely on Fred or McTominay. We can't. We need a player. We need a healthy competition for Casemiro. And who better than Declan Rice? But no, we can't get him as we don't have the budget. So maybe Arsenal, maybe City, who knows? Who knows who will buy him, right? And I understand what Ten Hag is going through. First season he came in as a Manchester United manager. It was his first season on Premier League. He didn't get the players he wanted at that time. Some of the players we got, actually the majority of the players we got after the Premier League have already started. We got Anthony after the Premier League got started. We got Casemiro after the Premier League got started. So I really don't know. Yeah, regarding the Casemiro substitution, I know what Manchester United will go for. They will not go for Declan Rice. That's for Sure, I guess at this point it doesn't look like that we will go for Declan Rice at all. We may go for, you know what? I'm guessing you are thinking about the name right now. What I am thinking, it's Rabiot. And you know why? Because it's free. I don't want free players. I want good players. I want get great players to play for my club, to play for our club. I don't want people who are free. It's okay if we get a good player in free, but I don't think Rabiot is the one we need right now. Are you excited? Will you be excited when we announce a month later or maybe a few weeks later that we have signed Rabiot? I don't think that I will get excited at all. At all. It will be the same as the one we signed earlier this year, Eriksen. A free signing. Eriksen was a good player. I liked him. But to be very honest, he wasn't the same after his injury. The mid-season injury he got, I don't think he was the same. The way he started the season was absolutely brilliant, but I don't think it went down as well as it started. So let me know, guys, in the comment box. Please let me know that what do you think about that Casemiro situation as well as the Casemiro substitute. Who would you want as a player who would give a healthy competition to Casemiro? I don't think Rabiot will do that job. It's just an updated version of Fred and McTominay, in my opinion. We need players like Declan Rice. We need players like Caicedo. We need those players. You see, Real Madrid haven't gone for, Rabiot or something like that. They went out and got Jude Bellingham because they think that they're the best club and they act like one. You see, but we just don't care about that much. Our club, the authority that is handling those situations, I don't think they care that much. They just want to save their own jobs. They may be thinking about their own jobs right now. That who could be the new owner? We have to please them and do that and do this. And that doesn't work. That doesn't work for us. That doesn't work for Manchester United, man. And as I said, we are Manchester United. We need good players. We need great players to play for us. If we want to compete with Manchester City, with Chelsea, with Arsenal, and even Newcastle, they have all the money they need right now. You see, a couple of years back, they were fighting relegation, and next season they will play Champions League, man. And this is how football is right now. There is no morality. No. There is no morality in football right now. It's all about money. I know it hurts, but it's the harsh reality. It's all about the money. If we can get Qatar, that's why so much opposing British media we are getting that they don't want Qatar to Manchester United, they are sports washing and all that stuff. So what? So where are you guys sleeping when Saudi Arabia bought Manchester United, Manchester City? No. When Newcastle get bought by the Middle East, no, there is no protest, no talking about, but no, only Manchester United have to show some morality about the football. It doesn't work that way, man. To be a good football club, to be able to compete with the top drawer teams right now, we need that injection of money. And I am not saying that. I am not the one saying that. It's Ten Hag. He already said when we finished the last season, he said that we have finished in top 4, right? But the clubs in first, second, and fourth, maybe fifth or sixth, they have spent money even on winter transfers, but we haven't. Who do we get out and bring for our club? Wout Weghorst. So that is how messed up this is. We need injection of money. We need investment to be able to keep up with teams like Manchester City, Arsenal, Chelsea, Newcastle, Tottenham. There is no more that to be able to finish on top 4. I think it would get even harder in the next season because Tottenham will compete for that. I don't think that they will be able to finish top 4 next season. Chelsea will be competing for that. Liverpool will be competing for that. There are 3 teams who have the ability to finish top 4, but they haven't in this season. So with those 3 in mind and the ones that finished top 4 this year, you got 7 teams who can finish in top 4. So we need the players. We can't go down even one player get injured. We have finished third. We have won a trophy without a proper striker, man. We haven't had any striker properly. We had Martial, but he was out for I don't know 70-80% of the season. He was out due to injury problem, and I think we should sell him. I like Martial. I am a fan of him, but I do think it's time to move on in case of Martial, right? Because we can't rely on a guy who gets injured that much. Same as Eric Bailly. He was a good player. He's a good player. But I can't trust a player who gets injured after every 2 and 3 matches. We can't afford that, man. We just can't. Some news also coming out about that Rashford may sign a new deal. Verge of signing a new deal with a huge salary. I won't say that he doesn't deserve that. He definitely deserves that. Maybe he deserves that. It's around 375k a week, I guess. He would be signing the contract. Crossing De Gea as the most paid player in Premier League. So let's see what happens there as well. But I think it's time to move on. I think it's time to move on from the mediocre player and go for the ones who want great things, who are trained to do their job day in, day out, week in, week out. We need those kind of players. Do you really think Kevin De Bruyne plays well? Do you really think HOJLUND plays well because they love Manchester City? No. They play well because they are good mercenaries. They are good businessmen. They get paid a lot of money and they will do that kind of job in any club you put them. And that's the kind of player I want. I don't want fanboys in my team to play. As I have said earlier, I want professionals to play, to do the job that we need to do and we have been losing our grip on that position. Every year we have after every two or 3 years, we need a rebuild. And let's go. Let's start again the process and all that stuff. And we know all how that would end. But maybe with Glazers going out, we have some hope of light, some ray of light, some light we are seeing at the end of the tunnel. I don't know, but let's hope so. Otherwise, we are just, we are done, man. If we don't get out and get some players, we do need at least a really good player as a striker, a midfield, a defender, a centre back, and a goalkeeper. We need that. We need those signings as soon as possible so that Erik ten Hag gets those players he wanted in the tour. Otherwise, it would be the same reputation of the last year. Players are incoming when we are already 4 match down. We already lost 6 points or 9 points. It doesn't work that way. City doesn't work that way. Arsenal doesn't work that way, right? So I understand how frustrated Erik ten Hag might be. And it's viable. It's absolutely viable. The job he had done. It's absolutely amazing, man. He's a genius. He's a bloody genius what he have done. I know he have taken some wrong decisions along the way. And that's okay. If you go see out, every signing, every manager have made, the success rate may be 60 to 70%. Out of 10 players, every manager who bought 10 players, there is no chance that 10 players will be a hit. It doesn't work that way. Maybe he gets the thing he wants from 6 to 7 players. So we do need the signings. I know Erik ten Hag will make some mistake along the way, and that's okay. That's okay. If we get some players who can do the job, then we can afford to lose a player or two in an ongoing season, because we know there are players who will do the job in their place, and we need that, and we absolutely need that. We have also been linked with some other players. I won't be covering this in this video, so let's hope. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video, and I will be coming with a lot of content regarding Manchester United, regarding the transfer news. I hope you guys have enjoyed it well. So hit the like button and subscribe. goodbye and take care, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.